Alright, first stop on today's virtual natural history tour, the Ottawa River. A lot of rain last night, so we are in flood conditions. It's right at the bank right here, but downstream, it's definitely overflowing. See a large sycamore right there in the middle, completely covered up. Now somewhere in that vicinity is a low-head dam. We usually stop and talk about the dangers of low-head dams, but today it's completely submerged. Alright, second stop today. We're at Hermon, Woodlands. This is part of the Johnny Appleseed Park District. We are west of Lima, for those of you who are still local and want to get out here on your own. Looks like a variety of habitats for us to look at today. We've got the beech maple forest, we've got some small headwater streams, and we should also see some vernal pools today. If we're lucky, maybe some of the spring ephemerals will be emerging from the water for us to take a look at. A pretty good sized vernal pool in the middle of the woods here. Chorus frogs were calling. You can hear them in the distance. But unfortunately, as we got closer to this particular woodland vernal pool, they stopped calling out. We can see that the small headwater stream is a lot calmer than its counterpart that we saw, the Ottawa River, earlier, which was at flood capacity. This system the water has receded already. You can see the cut bank on this side, on the right hand side, a little bit steeper banks associated with it, and on the left hand side here, a little bit of a point bar, reduced in size. So the right hand side is erosional and the left hand side is depositional. Right hand side, faster water, left hand side, slower moving water. Okay, we saw this at the Tit Oaks farm the other day. This is the moss Climacium, one of the larger mosses we have in Ohio. You can see the kind of intricate branching pattern associated with it. And these guys are getting kind of upright. A few patches of them in this disturbed section of woods. Small headwater stream origins. We got a little pooling action coming from heavy precipitation last night along with groundwater, and this will flow down into the stream that we saw earlier in the video clip. Alright, on this decaying log we have a pretty extensive moss community, and this time of year the moss begin to develop their sporophytes, which are these upright club-shaped structures that we have right through here. And those of you that have taken Bio 2 remember that this particular structure produces spores, and those spores will then explode using air pressure and release their spores into the environment. There is a raccoon crossing the river right at the edge over here. I've lost complete, there he is. I don't know if you saw anything. The stream has a barrier island in it. A little bit of you see how it splits to the left and to the right around this. We're now going to go see if we can track down the raccoon. Alright, one last thing for today that we have here. This is a fern. This is called Botricium. Some people call them moonworts. It's an unusual fern that comes out early, and you're going to have this vegetative frond right here, and then you'll have what's called a fertile spike that will rise up between the middle of the three leaflets, and that's where the spores are produced. All right, good looking American beech right there. a little bit higher ground, so the beach is happy, surrounded by a lot of smaller sugar maples, and even in a virtual world, it rains on our field trips.